Learn to be done with people. Not mad, not bothered, just done. That kind of done doesn't slam doors. It doesn't make announcements. It doesn't explain itself over and over again. It's quiet. It's peaceful. It's when you finally stop trying to be understood by someone who already decided not to listen. You're not angry anymore because anger takes energy. And you've learned how expensive your energy is. You don't replay conversations in your head. You don't wait for apologies. You don't hope they'll suddenly become different. You just accept what is, and you choose yourself anyway. Being done doesn't mean you hate them. It means you love yourself enough to stop begging for bare minimum behavior. You stop reaching, you stop overgiving, you stop shrinking just to keep the peace. And the wild part is nothing dramatic happens. Your nervous system settles, your sleep gets better, your life gets quieter. That's how you know it's real. Not loud, not messy, just done. If this hit you, sit with it for a second. Sometimes being done is the beginning of peace.
You can't make a relationship work with a woman who continues to give other men attention behind your back. Love cannot survive where loyalty is optional. You can pour your heart into her, prove your worth, and show up with pure intentions. But if her eyes and energy keep wandering, you will always feel like you are competing for what should already be yours. A woman who entertains others while claiming to love you isn't confused. She is disrespectful. She craves attention more than connection, validation more than value. And no matter how understanding, patient, or forgiving you are, you cannot heal a woman who enjoys being desired by everyone but committed to no one. Real love requires discipline, not distraction. A faithful woman protects your peace, not your paranoia. You deserve someone whose focus stays on you, not someone who keeps proving again and again that you were never enough to keep her attention in the first place.
There comes a point in life where you don't fall out with people. You just quietly outgrow them.
I am so grateful that I have made it to the age of 54. Don't get me wrong. But at this point, my biggest flex is that I know how to protect my peace. You have to stop explaining, stop apologizing, and protect your peace like your life depends on it. Because honestly, it does. You do not have to attend every argument you're invited to. If you constantly feel drained after talking to them, that's your sign. People who get mad at the boundaries you've set are the reason that you need them. If they bring drama, let them perform without an audience. Your boundaries do not need approval to exist. Some people only check on you to see if they still have access. You're allowed to outgrow people who refuse to grow. You are not required to set yourself on fire to keep other people warm. You don't have to fix everything. Some things just need to be left broken. Not everything deserves closure. Some things just need to end. And you can love someone and still lock the door behind them when they leave. Hope that helps.
I do not care if this sounds immature or not. One thing that I have learned in my 30s is I do not handle bullshit. Protecting my peace at all costs is what I'm about. I don't care if that hurts your feelings. I don't care if it gives people the wrong impression. I do not care. So the second I realize that somebody deals heavily with another person who does not like me or who has lied about me or who has done me wrong in some way, shape, or form, I'm cutting you off too. I don't care if that seems immature to you. I don't give a fuck, because your loyalty is going to lie with that person. So that means at any given moment, you will talk shit about me. You will allow shit to be talked about me. It doesn't matter if I've never wronged you. You are going to allow that type of behavior. And that's just not the energy that I want around me. So I don't care if it's even social media. Like, there are collaborations that
No dramatic exit. No let me explain myself one last time speech. No long paragraphs you'll regret sending at 2:17 a.m.
I had fully planned to execute. Once I find out, oh, you fuck with this person, I'm done, because this is a business to me. Same with actual businesses in real life. Once I find out that you deal with people who move in shady ways or who do or say terrible things about other people, I don't want to mess with you. And it's nothing personal. It ain't got nothing to do with you. It has everything to do with protecting my peace. And if that bothers you, I get a tissue, wipe that shit. I don't know. Not my problem. My only responsibility is me, my actions, and whatever I can control in my life, best believe that I'm going to do it. And if I have to keep certain people out of my life, out of my circle, out of any part of my life, I'm going to do that. Even if it seems petty to you, I don't care. Protecting my peace is anything but petty.
So the older I get, I'm starting to realize that people just say anything that sound good, and they just be talking. Because I keep seeing all this shit about, oh, I just want peace and protecting my peace, but don't nobody want to do the work. Do you know what truly protecting your peace looks like? That looks like, you know what, I love this person to death, but they still got the same negative mindset. They're still doing the same things they were doing 5-10 years ago, so I got to distance myself. Because when I go around them, I feel drained, I feel depleted. Now it feels like a task just to get you to try to think on the level that I'm thinking on, or just to try to get you to try to evolve as a person. Protecting your peace is like, you know what, I ain't going to put myself in certain situations or go to certain environments because I know that it's going to revert me back to my old ways. Protecting your peace is also knowing how easily energy is transferred and transmuted. So you know what, when my energy is off, my misery don't love company. I will go sit somewhere by myself for days at a time with no contact to the outside world till I get myself back grounded, because I don't want to transfer that bad energy off to anyone else. But so many of you all are so used to thriving in chaos and drama that you don't know how to function without dysfunction. Comfortability and familiarity, that's going to be y'all biggest downfall. It's keeping a lot of y'all stuck. But see, me at my big age, I am truly and honestly in the pursuit of happiness. So I don't mind going to new environments. I don't mind meeting new people. And hopefully they will turn me on to new hobbies, new ways of thinking. Because clearly the old shit ain't been working for you, right? Y'all don't really be wanting peace for real. It's out there. It's obtainable. Y'all just don't want to put in the work.
Non-reactivity is golden. Let's talk about it. Like the saying goes, never give people the reaction they looking for. When you understand that people do things to invoke a certain reaction, so people do things to try to provoke a reaction, people do things in hopes that it hurts your feelings or that it gets under your skin or whatever the case may be. These could be people you know, these could be strangers. It really doesn't matter. But when you are Ray Charles to the BS, no matter what the situation is, nobody can mess with you. Imagine trying to get a reaction out of somebody who genuinely doesn't care. And a lot of times when you are a non-reactive individual, people will try to say you're weak or that that's a weak thing, because this world believes in being all puffed up, pumped up. You got to be talking that talk.
You just stop reaching. And at first, that feels strange, because we were taught that distance has to be loud, that boundaries need justification, that if you walk away without a fight, you somehow lost.
Whatever. No. When in reality, it takes so much strength to not react or respond or to feed into anything. The easiest thing you can do is succumb to your emotions and respond emotionally and go tit for tat with people. That's where you be seeing the one-sided beast, where people be thinking they got beef with you and they beefing with themselves. And a lot of times, some people that keep their mouth shut, the way if they was to open their mouth and really give the reaction that people be looking for, they wouldn't even be able to take it. Them words would be so lethal, have you reevaluating your whole life. You see how I'm getting tongue-tied? Every action doesn't need a reaction.
This is how you protect your peace, because there's always going to be someone who's not at peace with themselves that wants to drag you into their level of unhealedness or whatever they're working through. Remember, people will drive themselves crazy trying to drive you crazy. God says we pray for our enemies. It's not for us to stoop down to their level. People be like, they think they too good to give a response. No, that misplaced hate just don't correspond. Block and delete.
In life, you may cross paths with people, whether they're close to you, it could be a complete stranger, somebody you love, and they are going to project whatever it is that they have going on in their life onto you. It may not be as direct where they're blaming you, but that energy that they have harbored inside, they will take that out on you. And it is important for you to note that if you didn't do anything to that person, that you cannot keep that energy within. You cannot receive that. You're going to have to protect your peace. You're going to have to just say, you know what? This person's going through something. It doesn't have anything to do with me. And you just have to be at peace with that. You cannot allow other people's problems and what they have going on affect you in your world. Because the thing is, we all have things going on. We all have problems. But some of us are choosing to deal with them within, take them out on physical activity, take them out on paper, and not take them out on other people. So when you realize that, you gain a sense of peace.
You do not have to raise your voice to be heard. A woman that's living within her feminine energy knows how to speak with grace and still get exactly what she wants. Feminine energy is calm, clear, and confident. And it's not about suppressing your voice or making yourself feel small. It's about using your voice strategically. Sometimes the most powerful thing you can say is, I understand, or no thank you, or even better, silence. Because when you're truly in your feminine energy, your energy speaks louder than any words. You don't match disrespect with disrespect. You are not moved by chaos. You regulate your emotions. That's the real power. And let's be clear, soft does not mean passive. You can set boundaries and be graceful. You can advocate for yourself without losing your peace. Communicate with clarity. Speak with intention, not emotion. Don't try to control the narrative. Just control your energy. Arguing, yelling, and cussing is far from feminine. It gives an emotional wreck. Never, ever lose your power. Train people how to treat you, and eventually you'll begin attracting relationships where you don't have to beg to be seen or heard. Feminine energy is undeniable when you're in it, and you don't have to over-explain. Your presence speaks for itself. Instead of raising your voice, raise your standards.
I just want to remind you that sometimes protecting your peace is going to look like letting them be loud and wrong about you. It's going to look like not giving them any of your time, energy, or effort because that is what they want. Do not take the bait. When people walk around spewing hatred or untruths about you, they're trying to get your attention. They're trying to get you to act ugly. Stay in your healing. Do not give those people your time. You know what your truth is. Stand 10 toes down on that. Remember who you are and remember what your truth is. Okay.
But here's the truth nobody tells you. Peace rarely announces itself. It just shows up, and suddenly your chest isn't tight anymore. Being done isn't bitterness, it's efficiency. You realize anger is expensive. Explaining yourself to people committed to misunderstanding you, luxury you can't afford anymore. Replaying conversations in your head, absolutely not. Rent is due in your mind.
People have a hard time limiting who is in their circle. It isn't because they don't know how to set boundaries. It's because they don't trust themselves. When I had this realization this year to limit the access people have to me, I meant that. I feel like year after year, I learned the same lesson over and over. You can't trust people, and you can't depend on people to bring you somewhere you want to be. I've learned firsthand that it is you, yourself, and I. I've been let down by friends. I've been let down by family. I've been let down by men. And the common denominator in all three of those situations is myself picking myself back up or teaching myself how to move forward. But I'm tired of learning that same lesson over and over. But what I'm doing is essentially securing my success. And that starts in my space. I don't want to be in drama. I don't want to argue. I don't want to speak and always have that one friend hating on me. I don't want to always have somebody rolling their eyes at me because they're jealous of what I have and I don't even know their name. I'm tired of that. I feel like a lot of jealous people or envious people treat innocent people like that because they feel like they can, because they have the access to treat them like that. Me learning this lesson year after year, person after person, it was the same cycle. It's because I didn't trust where I was going. I have the firsthand experience of what I am capable of accomplishing, what I have already accomplished. I'm not risking it. I'm not going to dinner with everybody. I'm not picking up the phone for everybody. I'm not letting everybody drain me how they used to. I'm not letting people use me to get in these places. Me protecting myself and my future is very important to me, but I'm able to do so because I trust that I am making the right decision, period. Let me know what y'all think of that. Peace, love, and applesauce. Bye.
I just felt led to come here and remind you to protect your peace. It is not your responsibility the way they react. It's theirs. Let me say that again. It is not your responsibility the way that they react. It's theirs. Love you back.
I believe this, even if nobody else does. The more you love yourself, the quicker you'll cut somebody off like a light switch. It doesn't matter who it is, a fake friend, a draining relative, or even a relationship that's one-sided. Because when you truly love yourself, you stop entertaining what costs your peace. You stop explaining what's already understood. You stop fighting for people who show you every day they wouldn't fight for you. Self-love teaches you boundaries. It teaches you strength. It teaches you peace. It teaches you to value your time. And when you start choosing you, you'll realize something extremely powerful. Not everyone deserves access to you. So yeah, I can still love you. I just don't have to deal with you. Because when you know your worth, you stop settling for what doesn't match.
So instead, you choose stillness. You don't hate them. You don't wish them harm. You just stop volunteering for disrespect, confusion, and emotional overtime. And yes, some people will call that cold. Others will call it petty. Let them, because the same people who demand unlimited access to you never seem to offer loyalty, accountability, or basic decency in return. Interesting how that works. At some point, you realize if someone is comfortable being close to people who lie on you, disrespect you, or move shady toward you, then their neutrality is already a choice, and it's not yours. That's not immaturity, that's discernment. You start understanding that not everyone deserves proximity. Not everyone gets your number. Not everyone gets a seat at your table, or even the menu. And the wild thing? Once you stop reacting, people tell on themselves. Non-reactivity is a superpower, because when you don't flinch, don't clap back, don't feed the chaos, people spiral on their own. They exhaust themselves trying to pull you into a version of them you've already outgrown. Silence, used correctly, is devastating, especially when it's not passive, it's intentional. You don't raise your voice, you raise your standards. You speak clearly, you move calmly, you leave without slamming doors. That's not weakness, that's restraint. That's emotional regulation. That's power with manners. And eventually, your body confirms it for you. You sleep better. Your nervous system relaxes. Your life gets quieter. Not empty, quieter. Less explaining, less defending, less surviving. Because protecting your peace doesn't mean hiding from the world. It means choosing yourself without apology. Sometimes being done isn't the ending people expect. It's the beginning of the life you've been trying to breathe in.